from MVL News.
What's going on right now with the 99% protesting?
Sure. Right now, you're at Occupy San Jose. We are standing in solidarity, which began with our brothers and sisters on Occupy Wall Street, and now all across the country, including some red, traditionally Republican states. There's Occupy movements going on there as well. All over the world, Occupy Tokyo has actually sent a message to us.
Really?
For Sean Cracker, who's up there right now, in solidarity with him. So the 99% movement right now is basically, I'm speaking for myself personally, to educate people as to the 99%, there's such a gap between rich and poor. About 1% of the populace owns all the money, and it's a sad fact, and that gap is broadening. And we're trying to educate ourselves and to educate other people as to the problem so that our next step can be solution. A lot of people say, you know, what is the 99%? What exactly do you stand for? One tangible thing that I personally stand for, I have 16 years brokerage banking experience, and the loans, the homes that are being foreclosed on, if you own a car, you own title to that car. You have the piece of paper that says, I officially own this car. A bank loan is bought and sold. When you buy a house, that loan is bought and sold amongst banks hundreds of times before the loan is even 4 years old. So these people being put out of their homes, the bank can't even prove that they own title to that home, yet they're foreclosing and kicking people out. Whereas there's no legality to that. So we would like to, at some point, we're reaching out now to our personal community, you know, think locally, act locally, think globally. We're reaching out to some of our community members, trying to find someone who's in the midst of foreclosure and asking them, can we occupy your front lawn to bring attention to this? This is tangible right here. Your home is being taken illegally. They can't prove title, and we're demanding that the bank prove title before this family of 5 is out on the street.
Yeah.
So that's, you know, just one of the aspects that we're working on. There's a general hospital in San Francisco right now. We're a privatized hospital. I can't remember the names of, I was speaking to someone in part of the core group of the organization of Occupy San Francisco, and this general hospital is attempted takeover is being done by a private...
Taking over a hospital?
A private hospital, privately funded hospital, like the difference between O'Connor and Valley Med. There's a Valley Med type hospital that they're trying to close down and buy as like an O'Connor. You know, the private hospital is trying to buy this general hospital, which is going to cut out a lot of people who don't have insurance and who can't afford to pay. And they're in San Francisco, they're talking about occupying the front of this general hospital to show this is why we're here, because the corporations are, you know, they're owning all the money, they're manipulating all of this. The corporations are deemed an entity. You're an entity. I'm an entity. So they're saying a corporation is a person. They're not accountable. They're not. Their accounting practices aren't transparent like yours and yours and mine have to be. If I make so much money, I have to explain to Uncle Sam how much I've made so that I can pay the appropriate taxes. I don't know if my statistics are absolutely true. I have so many running through my head, but it's my understanding that Bank of America, for example, in 2010 paid about close to zero in federal income taxes, yet they announced their earnings at $14.5 billion. When they announce earnings, that's after all their dividends have been paid, after all of their bills, after their CEOs, everybody's been paid, and this is what we have in excess, $14.5 billion. So they pay next to zero in taxes. 5 months later, announce earnings of $14.5 billion. 4 months after that, announce that they're going to charge every one of their clients $5 a month to use their card.
Yeah, I heard that.
Where's the morality in that? Where's the integrity? I mean, we're humans. This is America. We're built on democracy. As far as I'm concerned, that's shady. That's shady business, and that's what we're trying to shed light on. And that's what the 99% want to be heard for, to say we are entities, and if we're accountable and we have to be transparent, we demand you be transparent too.
So how do you join, or how do you become part of this?
Anybody who wants to become part of Occupy can speak with any member here. This gentleman has just joined us today, and what we request and require essentially is that you become educated as to why we're here, so that you can then further educate yourself, but educate the passerby. Educate them so that, you know, it's attraction rather than promotion. You know, people come here and say, what is this about? And so anybody can come, absolutely anybody can come from any demographic. I don't care what you are. Come down here, educate yourself so that you can educate others and occupy with us. All are welcome.
I've seen a lot of flyers, like we are the 99%, and it's caught a lot of attention. Like last week, I was really curious, so I made it a point to walk down here and ask questions, what's going on, and so it's really interesting.
It is. You know, there's this guy, his name is Abby Hoffman. He was a big part of of the movements through the 60s and 70s, and he was part of the Chicago 7. You're way too young to know about that, but look it up, the Chicago 7. And he was he went on the lam because he didn't want to go to federal prison for being part of the Chicago 7. He was caught in the 80s because he was in some town in like Michigan or Maine, some little itty bitty town, and they were trying to save this lake because there was a sewer plant that was attempting to build upstream of this lake, and they were afraid that the lake would be contaminated. So he, being this in his blood, that to educate people and to help people with their cause, he saw this community having a meeting, and they were trying to make signs, Save Lake Winnipesaukee or Save Lake whatever, and they were putting so much information on the sign. And he said, no, what you have to do is just say Save the Lake. Have a statement to draw people in and say, what lake, why, what's going on? And I can't help but think of Abby Hoffman when I think of that We Are the 99%, because it's drawing people, what is that? Who is that?
It lures people in to find out exactly what that is.
And another great thing from Abby Hoffman, he gave a part of his speech that he gave during, I think it was 69 or 70, when there was an occupation at the, oh my gosh, what is it called? It was at the White House Memorial. Is it Memorial? Is it correct? Washington Memorial. At the White House, and in part of his speech he said, at some point we have to lay our bodies upon the gears, upon the levers, in order to make the machine come to a grinding halt and listen and find out what the problem is. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're laying our bodies upon the gears and upon the levers to make this machine stop and pay attention.
Was someone up there?
He's up there right now.
Who's up there?